Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome again to the C Suit podcast where we talk about all things sports. We're back again for another episode of the Football Quick Take. It's the Ole Out episode. Ole Gunner Solskjaer. What can I say? As a Man U fan, it's been a disappointing 2.5 years, 3 years. Honestly, it's quite hard just because as a player, I actually loved Ole. 99 Champions League final. I'm never going to forget that moment. But I have to be objective. As a manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is one of the worst managers. Is the worst manager my ever had. Okay, yes, you can say he's second in the league, but that's because a lot of teams are just quite bad. Chelsea having a poor season. Arsenal have been having a poor season for the last maybe 4 or 5 years. Even Liverpool this season, they're having a bad season. What actually makes me sad about all of this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talk is that the way the team plays football. Man United are not set up to attack teams. Man United are a defensive minded team that it teams on the counter attack. The players, it seems like they're not coached. It seems like they haven't got a clue what's going on the pitch. A lot of these players don't know where to be on the pitch. They don't know what the formation is. They don't know where they're playing. He's made a lot of disastrous signings as well. Harry Maguire, 80 million. That's the biggest fraud in world football. He signs Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We know Aaron Wan-Bissaka doesn't contribute to anything going forward. Donny van de Beek, to me, really good player. All he just doesn't know how to use them. His over reliance on a few players, his favorite players. Bruno Fernandes plays almost every minute. Also, Daniel James. This guy should be nowhere in the Premier League. Talk of playing for Manchester United. You can actually point to Edward was saying he's at fault. But the main person at fault for this shamble is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's not a good coach. When he eventually gets sacked by Manchester United, he's not gonna get any other job in the Premier League. Why are Man United relying on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? His formations, his tactics, his in-game tactics. To me, personally, it's time for Ole to go. He's been a travesty. Even his backroom staff, Mike Phelan. These guys, what have they done in football? What has Mike Phelan done? Okay, yes, he was an assistant with Sir Alex Ferguson, but what has he done? Michael Carrick, what has he done? Man United needs experienced coaching staff. To me, it's time for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to go. He's been there 2.5 years too long. I'm Victor, your host. Enjoy the show.
Manchester United
Oh my God! Please, man.
are second place
Oh,
in the table.
Because others have been shit.
oh my God!
I,
Let's
Oh.
not.
I don't care. So
Femi, now don't say
you're
that.
not,
Leave Arsenal alone. Sorry, go on, Ola.
if you're not talking about sacking Jurgen Klopp, if you're not talking about
Wait,
sacking
what?
Jose Mourinho,
Nah, all that stop, man.
if you're not talking about listen, if you're
Mourinho
not
has been questioned about being sacked for carry on.
okay, Mourinho, Klopp, who else is there? Well, Arsenal are special case. Chelsea already sacked their guy. Like, give Ole the respect he deserves. I like whichever way you've done it. Like Ole had more criticism than Frank Lampard did, and Frank got sacked. To me, it seems unfair. He got his second place to a brilliant Manchester City team. So
It's a tricky one because the same thing happened to Arsenal. We kept giving this guy a contract. We kept giving Arsenal a contract, but then we're giving him a contract based on what? Top four?
Hmm.
Like if United want to go further, I don't know if he's the guy. Don't get me wrong. I think he's done a good job this season, but I think there was a season where Spurs came second. Can't remember where it was. They had Van der Vaart and they had all these players. Yeah, I remember thinking to myself, this was your chance to win it. And there was a season where I think it was the season where Leicester won, and they kind of fell off, and then Arsenal kind of overtook them. I was thinking like, this is your chance to win it. If you don't take this chance now, it's done. And I think Jamie Carragher was saying the same thing to Man United. If you don't take this chance now, it's done because Liverpool and the other teams are going to come back. Like Chelsea looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when these teams start to step up, even the season Leicester won, I think the points average was a lot lower, correct?
79, it seems. Yeah, 79 points they won the league by.
Yeah, and I think the season before, like, what was the points?
Probably around the
Correct?
same.
Everyone's doing bad this season, so I think this is their chance. So
Well,
you tell me you're giving
Bad, sure, but it's also
Yeah,
because
well.
City and let's say yes, City and Liverpool, with the way they've dominated over the last 3-4 years, have raised the bar so high.
Yeah.
Like it's now we thought when Mourinho came in 2004 that okay, like starting off the season early was a good indicator as to well how will you do. Because I said forget that. If you can get 90 points, you are in the league. You're in a league title race. If you can't get 90 points, forget it. That's how high it is. 90 points, which means you have to win at least 30 games in your 38 game season. That's mad.
yeah.
That's not draw or not lose. Win 30 games.
but you're rewarding managers based on
Perceptions.
But if you really compare like the United squad with the Man City squad, you can see why Man City are where they are. You can see it.
And oh, hold on, Ola, I will actually, and I said this before, and I'll say it again now. There's one thing, actually, let me put it the way my people will put it. My people are United, my team are United are suffering for lack of coaching because
Yeah.
there is no reason why that team can't be better coached. I don't see a reason why. City have better players. That's number one. But number two is they also have a better coaching system. You can see where United playing is that once they're playing a team that's got a low block, there's two things going to happen. They'll pass, they'll concede. Forget, it is as clear as day because they don't have a foundation as to how they want to play different teams. Yes, there's always going to have a plan A, which is counterattack. Fantastic. I love those games. But here's the thing you're going to play more teams that are going to play a low block.
Yes.
You have to find a way of actually playing that gets in behind them. And you have the players you have. I know Pogba has been injured, but you have Pogba, you have Van der Beek, you have Fernandez. And I say it again that yes, McTominay and Fred are not your greatest assets, but they should be good enough or better on the ball to supply your forwards. But again, maybe I'm just assuming that because they are United, they should be good players. And maybe they're just not good players. Maybe they're just not good enough.
All of those players, like those are all these players. So like Man signed Harry Maguire for like 80 million. For
That's a fraud.
like having one by Saka as well. He's a good
Vic,
defender.
let us deep how much we paid for a Congolese winger. not English stalwart right back. Man United paid £50 million for a Congolese winger.
Well,
When we could have bought Yannick Bolasie, I am done. I am
Oh,
done. Like
hold
I
on.
can't.
Yannick Bolasie?
In defense of this guy, though, what I will say is that compared to let me never say Moyes, Mourinho, United spent a lot of money on those managers, recruiting players.
Ole has actually spent the most money.
Really?
Yeah.
Who? Maguire. Yeah, I know him.
So that's Maguire,
Maguire,
Wan-Bissaka,
Wan-Bissaka,
Van der Beek.
Bruno Fernandes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ollie out then.
yeah. So that's it though. It's
That's
like
it.
he spent the most money. And my thing also is like he doesn't want two trophies on there. And next season he got sacked. Van Gaal won one trophy, got sacked. This guy's been there for like almost 3 years now. He hasn't won nothing. Nothing's
True.
changing. So
True.
like he needs to actually go. Like this is a travesty.
But the question then is, okay, sure, we get rid of him. It's a bit like, this is going to be a bad example, but I can't really use it. But it's a bit like when you're, out in the streets and you're like, okay, the one I'm with is, okay, that song is okay, but which one is going to be better than this? Where are we going to get a better manager than the one we have at the moment?
Yo, do you not think the Chelsea manager is better?
How are we going to get him?
No, before Chelsea got him. Like, I think this is why I get Vic's point. Like you're giving this guy a 3-year contract. What based on what?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then
Lack of options, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe I wouldn't give him a 3-year contract. But then the problem with that is if you don't back the manager publicly, the players will start questioning everything.
I actually feel the players are questioning him already because like players know like the coach is good. Frank Lampard wasn't a good coach. Like players knew.
But then it's also a thing where you can have the supporting coaching system around you. Like you talk about, let's say Steven Gerrard at Rangers. He's not a great coach in himself, but the team he has around him has helped. So there's nothing wrong with that.